Nuked is a somewhat new film, came out this year. Stars Justin Bartha and Anna Camp as a married couple that invite a number of their friends to come party with them for their 40th birthday party. And as they are doing so, they're doing it unplugged. They dump their phones in a box and they have a blast, 420 style. But apparently, the party isn't the only blast. Turns out when one of them sneaks their phone back, they realize that they have all been texted the same exact warning. There is an inbound missile headed directly for them, forcing them to hide out in the basement and rethink their lives. So a little bit of background with this film. I'm somebody that likes to keep my eye on all of the new releases, not just the big names that everybody else is seeing in the theater, but often those smaller titles, the ones that could end up being hidden gems. I like to keep an eye out for those movies because every now and then you can find a movie that really surprises you in a lot of different ways. Now, I love Justin Bartha and his dry, sarcastic wit and pretty much everything that he's in, and I also really like the bubbly personality of Anna Camp and essentially everything that she's in as well. And the two of them combined, to me, sounded like a really good time. Like, I could see them having a lot of great chemistry and all these different things. When I saw that they were both starring in this comedy about a bunch of people huddled together trying to survive the night from a nuclear blast, I thought that this could be either a really, really good movie or a stinky poop of a movie, you know what I mean? So let's first start off with the positives, because obviously every movie has its positives and negatives, but yeah, let's talk about the good. Biggest thing here, the script. You can tell when you listen to the words being said that the script very much matches the personalities that you would typically find from Justin Bartha, Anna Camp, and probably the rest of the cast as well. There's a lot of jokes that I do believe land when it's written out, but jokes are so fickle, It really depends on how you perform what's written out, because you want the performance to match how it was written. Do I think that that's true here? Not really, but we'll get into that. The second positive I would say is togetherness. There's definitely an on-the-nose message about how we view technology and how we depend on it and how maybe we should put those phones down every now and then so that we can remember what it's like to live and how it's like to spend time with other people and kind of reconnect the social centers of our brain, because a lot of that right now is just very much hooked into the digital world. Like, the people in this movie are all experiencing very human, very real things. You have a couple that are trying to have a baby, but one of them is having second thoughts. You have a gay couple that are not on the same page about 100% everything. You have another married couple that clearly have had marital problems for several years, and the list goes on and on and on. These people are experiencing very real things, and I do appreciate that the film was able to tackle all of this all head first in a way that's relatable, and especially a way that's relatable for all these people who are, longtime friends, so they also understand the things that everybody's going through. I do appreciate the togetherness that is focused on in this movie. Unfortunately, I would say there's definitely more negatives in the film than positives. First and foremost, the movie I would consider to be a little bit predictable. I think that we were all around in 2018 when everybody around the United States got the same text message warning us that there was an inbound missile headed for Hawaii. It was a funny story because it was a false alarm because somebody accidentally hit a button or something and didn't mean to. So because everybody was texted the same warning, there's no way when watching this movie you won't think back to the time you got that text message and what that meant. Which means at the end of the day, whether or not this movie does this, I think that most people are predicting that the end of the movie it'll just be a false alarm and it's just these awkward people doing awkward things because they're high off of their 420 party. I won't exactly tell you how it ends, but I'm just telling you what I was thinking as soon as I started the movie. But that's not really the main problem with the movie. The main problem with the film is that I truly believe that it is incredibly tone deaf. It acts like it never really understands what it wants to be. Does it want to be a comedy? Does it want to be a drama? Because you can have both. You can have a dramedy. But just like anything else, you got to approach it in the right way, because if you don't, then it feels like emotional whiplash. And that is what this film feels like. The beginning of the movie definitely feels like it wants to be a comedy, specifically with dry, sarcastic wit, which I said before, Justin Bartha has done a really good job at in the past, and so has Anna Camp. But here they look lost, they look confused, And most importantly, they look like they don't even want to be there at all, especially Justin Bartha. Justin Bartha looks like he was compelled to be there on set, like he was blackmailed or something, and he's doing his best to sabotage the entire movie. Like, he truly looks miserable in this movie. That is like the worst feeling when you watch a movie, when the main character is like, I don't want to be here. That's exactly what it feels like from beginning to end. Whether it is during the comedic parts, or whether it is part of the dramatic parts, he just looks like he wants to be literally anywhere else. And honestly, it's his energy that drains the rest of the movie. I think that that's why the humor doesn't land as well as I think it probably does when reading the script. I think that his energy distracts from the otherwise maybe solid humor, but he kills it. He kills it every single time he's on screen. It's actually very hard to explain. If you watch the movie, tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that he also killed the mood because of his energy? Even when it gets to be really melodramatic, like when they first rush down to the basement and they're like trying to rethink their lives and they're apologizing for everything that they ever did, basically having their own confessional, and it's very sad, it's very melodramatic. And then the movie seems to want to remind itself that, oh yeah, it's supposed to be funny, it's supposed to be a comedy, so it'll throw in a joke here and there, just kind of sprinkled in throughout, and it doesn't work. It feels so forced, and it is unfunny, and it is awkward in the worst kind of way, because awkward humor can work, but here it's just awkward. What sucks is that I was really truly looking forward to the movie. I really like Justin Bartha. I really like Anna Camp. I've never seen anything that they've ever done where I was like, oh yeah, they don't want to be here. So at the end of the day, what do I score this film? 29 out of 100 possible stars, 29%, or obviously an F letter grade. Yeah, this was a struggle to get through. It's very unfortunate. I do believe that the script is better than the movie, but execution is vital. It is hard to watch a movie, close your eyes, and imagine how it looked like on paper because the script is clearly better. Because when you watch the actual movie, you're like, this is not a good movie. So guys, have you seen Nuked? It can be seen right now on Amazon Video. You'll have to buy or rent it. It is not on Prime. At least that's the case at the time that I'm filming this. But leave your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. Do you think that this is a good movie? Do you think that it sucks? Do you think that I'm giving it way too much hate, way more than it deserves? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm very curious on how other people saw this. As for YouTube, you guys know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe button, and bell to be notified when I come out with my next review, whenever and whatever that may be on. And until that day comes, peace out.